matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Stafford on first down. This one complete to Charles Sims. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, you think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
From the gun, here's Stafford. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Catanzero's kick is right through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Throw right side. Taken in by Gallup. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And we find De'Aaron Kane complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throw left side on target to Kane, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Left, 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 left! Hey, Z.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Here we go. Green.
Mahomes now on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the 1st.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got him on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
They'll run it with Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start on the ground with Breida, and they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the end zone, Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now Stafford. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Out of the gun, Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
On the ball, on the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hurry.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. Touchdown, Giants! Michael Gallup with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end.
Themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, go attempt for him.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into Philadelphia. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Damian Williams to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a leg.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He won't go down. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Giants. 48 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's going to go up top. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
21. 11, 11. Set. 11.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And going deep for Hill. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Rookie Derwin James with a pick.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Now a play fake here on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Alec Ogletree in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Black 58, Royal. Black 58, Royal.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They go play fake. Mahomes, he'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And Rudolph has it left side. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, 22. Set, lady.
Here's Stafford. Looking deep for Gabriel. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep open, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Williams now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They fake the give. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, Hill. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Mahomes now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford forced out to his left. And he's got some space here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Hey, tag 32. Tag 32.
Now it's Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Hey, I need one. Come on. 21.
Stafford on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Blue 45. Ace.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Rankins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Giants on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Finding Gabriel complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now it's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuance. They'll play as well.
Showed right there. This is taken at the 3. A nice little juke. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Stafford here, coming off his pick 6. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Gates, the intended receiver there. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. As you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
22! 11, 11! 10, 10!
They go play action here on first down. Looking deep for Gabriel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. That'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And going deep for Hill. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jordan Willis in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead?
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
4 down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Stafford. And now he'll tuck it and run. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
One last throw here for Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trevor Williams with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3.